Hi there, I'm headed to the Gopuff warehouse here in Pittsburgh, and apparently the worst time to try to head over there, like right before 5 p.m. on a Friday. Gridlock traffic. I'm inching along here. The warehouse is like right up there. But while I sit here, let me ask you a question. Is Gopuff the hottest side hustle app in 2022? I mean, my last couple of shifts, I drove multiple days, and the afternoon and the evening shifts, I've been doing really well. Our channel goal is $25 an hour. I've been hitting that, I mean, really close to $30+ an hour. So, as I ponder that question in probably 20 more minutes of backup traffic, answer down below in the comments, and I'll let you know when I finally get to the warehouse so we can start making some money. All right, here we go. At 5:06 p.m., first order request for 2 bins, which is good. One is like right next to me, which is ideal. The other's in the Strip District. It's only maybe 6 or so minutes away, 6-7 minutes away, so not bad. And again, it's 2 bin assignments, which is my minimum preferred. Now you have no control over that, it's just whatever they give you. So let's jump inside, get the bags, and make our deliveries. All right, and we're back at the warehouse, dodging scattered thunderstorms. My goodness, I almost thought I'd have to end it early there, but I got one bin. I guess we'll have to take it. And that's the thing, and I've heard from your team members down in the comments, feel free to confirm, but once you get your assignment, like that's it. Like you won't get add-ons like other niches in the gig economy. So all right, here's our 1 bin. Let's it's a little further than I'd like, but these are all going to be within Gopuff's delivery radius. So there's a radius, you won't get orders that are further than that, but all right, just 1 this time, let's do it. Now this order is a great example of what I mentioned in a recent video of, did you hear that? We're still battling the scattered thunderstorms, wish me luck. But the difference between controlling cash flow and controlling margin. And Gopuff and Amazon Flex and the like, those apps you can control cash flow, but you can't necessarily control the margin. Like for instance, on Gopuff, I'm getting this amount of money per drop. Now, of course, you can't control how many drops you get, but you can control at least the cash flow of how much money you're getting, because you can see that. But you cannot control the dollars per mile, that margin on Gopuff and subsequently on Amazon Flex, because you get what you get on those platforms. So this one, for instance, it's 12 minutes, 3.3 miles away from the Gopuff warehouse. About 6 minutes left to get to the customer. But I've said on Gopuff and warehouse-based runs, watch this video after this one, that you're going to, in essence, have to double these miles, because you have to deadhead. You got to drive with no assignments back to these warehouses. It could be a Walmart or a Sam's Club on Walmart Spark, or of course a Gopuff warehouse. So we want the shorter the better, right? And we want shorter the better, and we want 2 or 3 drops, ideally on Gopuff, but you can't control that. So that's kind of the luck of the draw. Let me finish this and then, yeah, drive back to that warehouse and go from there. All right, remember how I said you can control the cash flow, but you can't control the margin? This shift is a great example of that, as I head up one of the steepest roads, I think, in the entire country, I believe. I'll fact check that for you, Rialto Street. But I'm all the way across the river. This is the 2nd delivery, so delivery 2 of 2. But yeah, I'm looking at this beast in front of me at that steep incline. Pittsburgh, folks. Imagine that with bad weather. I think they close it maybe in bad weather. But I gotta make this delivery, and then as you know, the commuting miles back to the warehouse. What you're gonna have to do is take a few shifts and really get a feel of, all right, how spread out is my marketplace? What's the general radius you feel of that delivery zone with Gopuff? And ultimately, I mean, we're asking the question, is it worth it? So I've had some good shifts. My bad shifts have been in the morning, but again, it's going to be up to you to decide if it is worth it for you. So back down this super steep road and back to the warehouse. I've been back to the warehouse for a few minutes now, and one thing that you might want to watch out for it's not really a good sign is I'm seeing several drivers pull up, at least what, looks like drivers pulling up to the warehouse. I got at least 1, 2, possibly 3, 4, and myself waiting here. Again, it's in a neighborhood area, but what I'm assuming are drivers. We have one coming out right now, but certainly some, it looks like waiting in their cars. Comment down below, is it based on how long you've been waiting? Because some apps have done that. Like, all right, well, this person's been waiting the longest, so they get the next request. Is it based on rating? I think that's a lot of it, possibly. Like Walmart Spark does it as well. Is it based on your rating? Is it based on literally your proximity to that warehouse? So you want to sit as close as possible? I'm not sure. But comment down below, and hopefully I'll be getting you a bin request here in just a second. All right, and the pattern's continuing. We got here at the warehouse a driver that just pulled up, another one as well, one waiting across the street, one waiting behind me. I'm waiting as well. I feel like, that could obviously be a sign that it's slower, right? We should be getting requests as soon as we get here, basically. I've had that on other shifts. As soon as I get here, I get a request. But, all right, that's number one. Number two, I feel like I'm gonna need a double or a triple bin assignment here to really push me into the earnings that I want. So 2 or 3 bin assignments. I just did a single, I believe. So we gotta get a double or a triple on this next one. So I was sitting there at the warehouse. I was waiting and waiting to get something, just some kind of bin assignment, as I saw probably a good 3 to 5 drivers waiting at the warehouse with me. So after waiting and waiting, what did I do? I went offline and went home. And that's okay. Listen, you're only going to wait for a certain amount of time. You don't want to waste your time waiting and waiting for these requests. And this can be on any app. It doesn't have to be Gopuff. Now, here's what you can do. If you don't necessarily, or you haven't hit your, let's say, daily goal, what have you, if you don't want to go offline, then you can at least go offline with Gopuff and try a different niche. This is multi-niching. Now, we multi-app within the same niche on food delivery typically. But if this is slowing down, like I saw, then again, go offline with Gopuff in this circumstance, and then a multi-niche, look at something else, food delivery and the like. But speaking of this shift, let's look at the numbers. So this shift was from 5:05 p.m. until 7:05 p.m. The total gross revenue, $43.41. That's a gross revenue per hour, $21.71. I'm decently happy with that. But again, there were several longer trips here. Remember that. Some longer commuting miles, and then couple the wait at the warehouse. And frankly, this is the first time that I've had real wait time at the warehouse. And do comment down below, help us out, that it did seem like, from my observations, like it was based on how long you've been waiting. So whoever's been there the longest, been waiting the longest, seems like they got a ping first, bin assignments, and then so on and so on. But it was a good amount of waiting there. So I did complete 5 deliveries. I did receive 5 tips with a higher than average tip here. And that's what I'm seeing on Gopuff. So in the 4s for, let's say, food delivery, $5.43 on this shift. Business miles here, 22.2. So a little bit higher on those business miles. And again, we had longer runs, longer commuting miles, but still $1.96 paid out per mile. That's not too bad. And then based on those business miles, I get a tax deduction of $13.88. So what I thought we could maybe more definitively answer at the beginning of this video is Gopuff, one of the, or I guess the hottest niche or side hustle app in 2022. And now I'm not so sure, because I've had some on fire shifts. I've ruled out the morning, at least in my marketplace, but now I'm really going to need your thoughts. And of course, more shifts under my belt with Gopuff to answer that question. Is it the hottest side hustle app in 2022? Comment down below if you say yes. And if it's not, what would be your vote for the hottest app right now in the gig economy this year? If you got value in this video, definitely drop a like. It does help out the video and the channel. And you can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.